Okay, the first thing I'm going to say about this car is if anybody watching this review is thinking about buying one of these and you're thinking about buying one for nipping around a town, then don't get this one. The simple reason is the car is too sluggish to pull away quickly from junctions and roundabouts, and there is a lag on the accelerator. If you're thinking about driving a car down the motorway, then this one's going to be a lot better for it than that. It will get you in trouble if you're driving around a town. We're going to do a 0 to 60 test now. 3, 2, 1. Very underpowered car. In fact, I didn't even hit the 60 miles an hour, then I ran out of road. That's the first time in several hundred car reviews, so that's how slow and sluggish this vehicle is. I mean, look, we're not dealing with a big car, we're dealing with a small car. That, I hope, is a good idea of just how difficult this car is at accelerating. It's terrible. Another thing, it's 5 gears, okay, but you're going to need a 6th gear with a car like this on a motorway. Now, back to the basics. The wing mirrors are too small. They should be a lot bigger. Can't see what's going on. However, they are in a good location. They're not too low, they're not too far back like you get with Citroens. Rear view vision, perfect. Not obstructed in any way at all. Instrument cluster, totally unobstructed by the steering wheel, which is great. The dials do have a few too many marks on them as far as I'm concerned, especially on the speedo. It kind of distracts you from the actual digits which you're trying to read, like 50, 60, 70. There's all these little ticks and marks and scores. Way too much going on there. Top 2 dials could be a little bit bigger, I think. Center console, very basic, very easy to operate. You got the dials here for the heating. The reason why I bring that up is so many cars now have buttons, which just makes it ridiculously difficult to adjust when you're driving along. This piece of cake. Stereo couldn't be easier. Very basic car, very basic indeed. Dashboard, bit cheap and plasticky, bit more like recycled, like it's made out of recycled biros or lighters. Not too pokey on the inside. There is plenty of headroom. I'm 6'2" and I've got plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. Drive position's not too bad. You could get 4 people in here reasonably comfortably. The ride's very noisy, got a lot of outside noise, a lot of noise from underneath the car. If I give the steering a bit of a wiggle, the car does meander a bit, there is a bit of a roll, and there's quite a bit of lag in the steering actually, and considering this car isn't high mileage, I doubt that very much that's down to warm bushes. As you see now, I'm moving the steering, and it's a good while before the wheels start to turn. Let's see what it's like on the corners. I'm just going to go around a roundabout now. I'm not flat out, obviously. I'm just doing a reasonable normal speed around the roundabout, 25 miles an hour. Well, the biggest problem I'm having on the corners is staying in the seat. I'm on the edge all the time, my legs pressing into the dashboard. It doesn't like the corners, it has to be said. I can tell you now that driving this car in the wet would be a nightmare. You'd have a lot of understeer and a lot of slipping from the front wheels. I'm just going to do a brake test in a moment. We won't be doing an emergency stop as such, but we'll be doing a firm brake to see what sort of balance of delivery we get with the brakes. So 3, 2, 1. Well, surprisingly the brakes are actually quite good. They're very, very, very smooth. A lot better quality delivery than I expected. I could feel the calipers working in synchronization, and I was able to apply a gradual pressure rather than this horrible grabbing that we get with some of these hatchbacks. In fact, I'd say the brakes on this car are better than the 2012 model. It's just this steering issue. I mean, this is a short wheelbase car. It should be a lot more jittery and a lot more agile than this. No, these cars are built to do a purpose. I wouldn't expect any frills, but you want to stay away from this particular engine. It's just too weak.